We are in Western Canada, the province of Alberta, and the city of Calgary as we see the Saddle Dome, the Bow River, and we are situated right now at Canada Olympic Park. A beautiful view of the ski hill there. And as we look down, we see where we are in the Wind Sport Arena at the base of the park. And inside the arena, the teams are getting ready for this Session 9, Italy versus Japan at the BK Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021. For Team Italy, we have lead Mattia Giovanella, second Sebastiano Orman, third Amos Mosenior, and skip Joel Retornas. And they are playing Team Japan, Abe Shinya at lead, Tanida Yasumasa at second, Tetsuro Shimizu at third, Yuta Matsumura at skip. So far, only 2 teams still undefeated, Norway and Switzerland, followed by 5 teams with 1 loss. And down at the bottom, we have 4 teams still looking for their first win here at the Winsport Arena in Calgary, Canada. The new way to say good curling with the fist bumps here in the COVID bubble. And here we go for Session 9, Sheet A. 4-0 Switzerland taking on USA at 3-1. 2 teams still looking for their first win, Netherlands and Korea on Sheet B. Sheet C, Italy versus Japan, our feature game. And on Sheet D, Team RCF at 3-1 taking on 0-4 Germany. My name is Melissa Saligo, and I am joined here by my counterpart, Mike Harris.
Nice to be here on for the evening draw. Big game for both of these teams. Really a little surprising, maybe, Melissa, 3-1, but have looked very deserving of this great record out of the gates.
Yeah, they've been playing very well so far, Mike. As you say, maybe some people might be surprised at their current record, but showing themselves to be a very, very tough opponent so far this week.
Well, Retornas and Mozaner certainly were played quite well in Pyeongchang, and Joel's started all the way back in 2006. Played in home Olympics in Torino and got a win against Canada in those Olympics. So he's won a few big games in his career, and I know he's looking to try to get back to the 2022 games in Beijing. He's off to the right start here with top 6 getting berths. And you know, you got Matsumura going the other way, 1-3. And the team was good in the game we showed this morning, but the skipper missed a few key shots, so he'll need to improve his performance if he wants to get a win here today against Italy.
Team Japan really needs to get a win tonight, as you say, Mike. They're kind of behind the 8 ball right now.
Well, the good news is they'll have the hammer here in the first end. Well, if you're cheering for Japan, that is. All the fans of Team Italy are going, what do you mean good news?
What do you mean?
That's not good news.
So Mattia will start us off here. Session 9, and we are on Sheet C.
Buona. Secondo me c'è lì però. Buona 2. 2 più. È buona. 2 più 3. 2 più 3. 2 più.
Seen a couple of different variations to the start of some games, Mike, and knowing these teams, I think you know them a little bit each. Are we expecting to see some aggressive play here in the first end?
seems to be the trend. You know, we keep thinking teams might take their time getting things underway, but a quick guard here from Team Italy, and we'll see some rocks in play here in end number 1.
Team Japan not wasting any time. They're going to go around that center guard. Getting by that guard by about 2 feet. Just not going to finish there.
This is the first time I've worked a game on Sheet C, so I'm interested to see what the ice is like. The conditions generally have been very good across the board. So to have one under curl has been a bit of a surprise. There's a lot of movement in it. Mosaner and Harmon, powerful sweepers. Doing a good job managing that stone, get the roll.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably half buried, if not a little more. Great call too by Joao. Look at that, it's a great shot. So Japan forced to go to the other side, trying to come around both of those red stones, get one buried in the forefoot.
A little deep. That dreaded stone at the back of the rings with last rock. I don't think Italy wants to ignore it here in the first end.
Alla fine la girata giocata un po'. Ne manca il tocchetto. Va bene 11 o vuoi meno? 11 e mezzo.
Sebastiano Arman, age 24.
Aspetta. No, stai lì.
Looking for a hit and stick.
Giù. Bel tiro, Rama. 10-76.
Nice start for Team Italy. It looks like Japan going to change gears here, see if they can't get a few reds. Moving, roll the shooter off the center line.
Tanida Yasumasa, 26 years old.
Yes.
Great shot.
Nice double, roll for a corner. Excellent.
Yes.
So come around being played here.
Già lì, 6. Aspetta. 6, 7. 6. Via spazio.
This one has a lot of curling to do, Mike.
Solo Mattia.
Well, just early observation here. This outturn side going in the odd ends. The end number 1 seems to be very straight, and the in-turn, you saw Shinya Abe's rock over curl and come open on the other side. So maybe a little tilt to this sheet where the in-turn curls more than the out.
There's the rules of play. 6 ends minimum have to be played. 38 minutes of thinking time per team, and each team getting 1 60-second timeout.
Tanida looking for the quiet weight tap back here. On this. I'm calling it the straight side already, Melissa. It might be a little premature, but I'm calling it the straight side of the sheet.
It's interesting. I don't think I've done a game on sheet C either. And indication early is that it is a little straighter on that upturn side or that counterclockwise side.
Part of the joys of our sport. Every surface is a little different.
This is Amos Mosaner. His first stone here in the first end of session 9.
Just having a real challenge getting it buried on that side, so not a bad shot, but chance for a quiet way tap again here.
So we've seen 3 or 4 draws there, Mike, just not finishing. Would you ever decide perhaps to go the other way?
Yes, it's a short
Short answer.
But at the same time, in the first end, you really want to take a path that you know to try to continue to make good shots. Can't afford to miss the rings or have a rock wreck on a front guard. I don't mind it in the first end. Just
This is Tetsuro Shimizu.
got better line on this one. Beautiful touch. Really well done.
Beautiful shot here. Nice control weight. The sweeper's on and off it. What a great call. And fantastic result.
Nice thing for Team Japan is that Retornas cannot roll buried without jamming that stone on the back one. So they're going to try to move the yellow around the red, which they've done nicely.
It's a great shot.
But maybe give Shimizu a chance to make the roll himself or the double. A couple of options. Might see the audible. If the double's going to be missed, try to get the roll to the left. I think double's the first call though.
Yeah, based on his broom position, looks like he is trying the double. And success. It's a great shot.
Yeah, and just like that, Team Japan maybe will have an opportunity to blank here in this first end. Retornas will do everything he can to try to make the roll buried on this one. But, well managed. See Tanita here on the inside trying to keep it straight. Does a good job.
First rock here for Joel Retornas, the skip of Team Italy. Love to get a hit and flop behind that yellow guard.
Just hard to make it curl there. So nice situation now for Matsumura. 2 against 1. If you make a half decent roll here, really could get 2 out of nowhere if a nice shot is made. See if we can get that lefty in turn moving a bit more than all the out turns for the right-handers.
Yuta Matsumura with his first stone here in the first end. If they can ever get a piece around that guard, as you said, Mike, and even leave it open on this right-hand side, it looks like it'd be very difficult to remove with just a straight hit. Not quite enough.
If it curled enough where there's the roll is very difficult now for Retornas to make, so I would say mission accomplished there for Matsumura. This should give him an opportunity to blank on his next throw, assuming return has hits and stays. It's extremely difficult to miss that guard closely enough and roll buried. Almost by mistake here in the first end. You really don't want to get that close. Just a good look at it. It's almost edge to edge from the hack.
Clean. Whoa. Vicino. Vicino. Whoa. No, no. Whoa. Vicino. Rama. 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 Hey. Hey.
Trying to make a curl.
Yeah, esterno.
Just won't get there. So good start from Team Japan. Well, both teams really. A lot of good shots made, but I'm sure the game plan early. Just to have a simple end when you're 1 and 3, looking for the blank here.
Last rock here for Team Japan, and as you say, Mike, trying for the blank. And if successful, will retain hammer in the second end of play. Here we go.
Hey. Hey. Whoa. Hey.
And looks like a success. Great shot by Matsumura. So it is a blank on the board here in the first end of session 9 of the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021. Welcome back inside the Winsport Arena for this evening draw, session 9 of Italy versus Japan. With a blank on the board, Japan retaining hammer here in the second end.
I've seen this act before. Throw the center guard and come around. Matsumura going wide onto the intern side here. This is, again, the same side of the sheet we just played, so we'll see if this curls enough. Still taking 4.5 feet of ice.
Just watching in the pregame practice, Mike, I mean, it looks like it was curling well on the draw to the button, which is coming towards where we are now, coming towards the home end. So this one does look like it has a little bit more finish than what we were just seeing going away. And just popping over to sheet A, Switzerland taking on the United States. It looks like USA sitting 1 there, Mike, back 8.
Yeah, nice freeze by John Schuster at the back of the 8-foot, forcing Benoit Schwartz, who throws the last stone here for Team Switzerland, to draw 4-foot. Big, coming off a big win against Team Canada earlier today. Stole the extra end to win that one. So Switzerland undefeated, USA with 1 loss. So big game for both teams. Good start for, I would say, good start for Team USA in that case, forcing Switzerland to take one in the first.
And back on our sheet, you see the Italian rock that is sitting right on the button. It was frozen to the Japan stone back 4.
So mistake there from Shinyabe coming deep on his come around.
Definitely just that foot deep. So great opportunity here now for Team Japan to freeze right on top again.
Would love to unlock this a little, throw enough weight to move that back yellow out of the way.
And looks exactly what he's going to do. It's a great shot.
Very nice. We're going to have a few rocks in play this end, Melissa. Good news for us.
Keep us busy. So Team Italy going to the other side now. Counterclockwise side. Just trying to set up some angles here.
Yeah, I think Italy would be happy just to freeze as opposed to trying to move anything here.
Exactly.
So without last rock, the scoring area is getting very tight already for Team Japan. Definitely more movement on this out-turn side. Finishing hard, almost coming open on the in-turn.
It's the last stone for Team Germany versus Team RCF.
Yeah, Sheet D, a lot of rocks in the forefoot down there. We'll have to see where the dust settles with this one as it comes in. Live look, and looks like yellow was trying to make the little tap back for multiple points, but Team Germany on the board against a very tough team from the Russian Curling Federation. Germany still looking for their first win, and RCF at 1 loss.
Yeah, they've had a very strong start so far this championship. So back to our featured game here, Team Japan. They're just looking just to either angle tap that red stone, that red Italian stone just to the top, and it maybe just a couple pounds heavy, hey?
It was, and again, that's that straighter side of the sheet, and we haven't really seen much of that in our coverage so far, where it's so release sensitive in these straight spots. If you move it back a little bit, you just can't make it curl. And I, as a coach and a player, I like that. I think it just adds a little skill to what is required from the athlete. You know, when you got right ice that curls so much, it's great for making draws and all kinds of things. But you know, you can miss the guard by 1.5 feet and still get it buried. We're not seeing that certainly on that side of the sheet. So it's going to require a little talent to make some shots on that side. Out turn going away, in turn coming home.
So conversation here going on for Team Italy, just trying to figure out where to put this next rock.
Yeah, things are good for them right now. They have 1 back button, and it's going to be hard to get 2 for Team Japan. So
absolutely. Just don't want to put yourself in a position where you're going to put this rock in a bad position to set yourself up for a double or anything. So just trying to find the right spot.
Yeah, the temptation's always to try to figure out a way to lie more than one, but you know, without last rock, you hate to take some risk and end up maybe leaving a double for Japan to have a few rocks in play.
If you ever get to force your opposition to a single with hammer, it's always a small victory, especially early in the game.
Yeah, the theory being you take 1, if you can force your opponents to take 1 when they have last rock, and you always try to get 2 or more when you have last rock, you're going to win most games. That math I know.
So I don't think Japan has any other option here but to try and run this red one back, or try and move some granite around.
Not bad.
It's now their stone at least up front, if they choose to run it again. Italy looking to do the exact same thing they tried on their last one, just put it, I think, top 8 maybe. Just keep continuing to. There's a look at the replay there. He just missed that 3rd one actually. Very close.
Trying to corner freeze that stone at the top of the forefoot. The danger here is if you come beside it or an ounce heavy, you could set up the double on your own red at the back of the button. That would not be so good.
This looks like plan B, just it's a little heavy, so just trying to take it back so they don't set up any double, as we just alluded to.
Well, luckily it was a lot heavy and did no damage. So, and the good news for Team Italy as well, it kind of formed a pocket at the back of the forefoot, and that red that is on the button is really going to be, it's going to be there for a while, a couple of shots at least. No real way to get that out at the moment.
They're thinking about attempting the shot they tried a couple of rocks ago, Mike, just the little tap. And there's their coach, Bobby Ursel from Kelowna, BC. Bobby's been with them for 3 years now.
Yeah, good player. A lot of Canadian curling fans know Bob from appearances at the Brier out of British Columbia, and World Junior Champion. Curling out of Manitoba back then, Winnipeg, and I can tell you he started curling in Montreal as we were on the same junior house league team together only a few years ago.
I feel like you're going to age yourself if you keep that conversation going.
Yeah, listen, it was only in 1997.
There's Claudio Pesca, the coach for Team Italy. And I believe he's originally from Switzerland.
He still lives in Zurich. And,
he does. Okay.
Yeah, and just as does Joel Returnaz, interestingly. But Claudio was longtime coach of Team De Cruz, Team Switzerland, and he was part of that bronze medal winning team in Pyeongchang. Yeah, Claudio is well, both Bob and Claudio are excellent coaches. So they bring a ton of experience to both of these teams.
So if that yellow guard was just ticked by Team Japan, so Team Italy just trying to replace it. Becomes a little bit tighter.
Yeah, it's just really tough for Japan to score multiple points right now, and there is some danger if you start running these red ones in that you could end up moving your yellow stone out of the forefoot area. And they said that back red will kill the other yellow behind it, and all of a sudden there could be 3 or 4 reds in play here if they're not careful. So interesting to see what Matsumura elects to do here. Angles are not great for Team Japan.
No,
right
they're not right now. So we'll see what happens here.
Just like that. All the yellows, well, not all the yellows, but the important yellow is gone, and that red is frozen in the pocket back there, and they're throwing.
So not a great result for Team Japan. I mean, they did get everything off the forefoot, off the button area.
I'm not sure what good would have been in that case. Just really it was a tough position for them. And Returnaz now going wide again. Looks like if you go really wide, it'll maybe get to the button, but if you take ice kind of in the 8-foot, it kind of almost a little trough there. It just won't curl as much, but we'll keep an eye on this spot again. But anything in front of the tee line here now on this side of the sheet, left side of the sheet as we're looking at it, will be good for a good result for Team Italy. Just can't afford to come too deep.
Yes, and this looks like the draw to the button path almost. So they should have a really good idea of what this does.
Sì, infatti ho dato un pelo meno. Secondo me gira sto lato qua.
Sì, l'unica roba è che spazzando per velocità rischiamo di...
Preferirei non darne troppo meno.
5, ok, al limite un po' aperto, va bene. Buona 5-6.
Linea buona.
Linea ok.
Dai davanti,
Top 4 would be great. Top of the forefoot circle would be ideal. About 2 feet short of the tee line. This does not look light to
Does
me.
not look light at all. The sweepers haven't really put a broom down to it. This is a huge opportunity for Team Italy to put a ton of pressure on Team Japan, but unfortunately about 2 to 3 feet heavy. So nice pocket there now for Japan.
Yeah, 2 to 3 feet heavy. I mean, really could have thrown it 10 feet lighter and let the sweepers get involved. And
I was being nice.
I know.
Michael.
Well, it's not really my MO if you've watched me over the years.
Okay, fair.
Honesty's best policy.
Fair.
I think,
I was being honest.
it ended up 3 feet deeper than they wanted, but he could have thrown it far lighter. But chance for Japan now. Just they'd like to freeze this right into the pocket. I think they'd like to freeze it into the pocket. They're talking top button, but you know, make Italy make something good, and they might be able to score 2 out of this.
That's the thing. If they put it top 4 with some space, Italy could probably peel it out, right? So I'm not sure why they wouldn't totally freeze it right on, except unless there's room for 2 rocks, which I'm not sure that there was.
This line look, or excuse me, the weight looks nice.
Haven't really spent much time on it yet. It's pretty close, I'd say.
Again, happy to leave this short, but you'll see there, you know, there's a little bit of that stone exposed, and it's pretty easy to remove, or say easy, it's a straight side, but or tap it an inch or 2 and lie shot rock. So I kind of preferred coming deep and
Locking it on,
locking
perhaps.
it in there, and then you could throw, you know, if you needed to, you can maybe throw some sort of hit and blast it out of there. If Rotornas can bump this about 3 or 4 inches and stay right there at the top of the button, on top of the white, it's going to be extremely difficult for Japan to score.
And I think that's probably where Matsumura was actually thinking that if it could have left that a little bit higher, if this tap was there, then they couldn't get shot. So there's a really good look at it. You're right, Mike. If they move it 3-4 inches, it would be very, very difficult to remove, and Italy would be shot. So you can see the difference in where his broom is. It's about, I would say, 3 inches less than what he threw on his last one. As we know, the last one was a little bit heavy.
And the line never really got there. This is quite heavy as well, and it needs to curl a mile to touch that yellow stone on the button. Will it curl enough, or will it just bounce off? Oh, there might be room there to score more than 1 here for. Yeah, maybe not. I was going to say there might be a chance to get across the top and throw it. If yellow shot zone, they may just want to throw it away.
I would agree.
No way to get 2.
I think it is. Ooh. I'm going to say it's yellow. Any guesses?
I would agree. And if it is yellow, I just think you throw it away, and there's no point in even trying to do anything.
There's a really good look at it. There's 1 rock remaining here in the second end.
They're looking briefly at running the yellow on the right-hand side, and I don't think it's worth the risk. I think that Matsumura is just throwing this away.
Yeah, it looks like it, and I think that's a very, very smart decision. So last stone here, second end, Team Japan. We believe sitting 1 and just throwing this stone away. Not going to take any chances. And just wait confirmation.
1 yellow. 1 yellow.
And there it is.
Talked him into it.
So there's 1 yellow, 1 on the board for Team Japan at the conclusion of the second end, and we'll be back shortly. You are watching live coverage from the BK Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021 here at the Wynn Sport Arena. My name is Melissa Saligo, and I'm joined here by Mike Harris. A lot of rocks in play that second end, Mike. All that for 1 point.
Yeah, I don't know who's happier right now, whether it's Team Italy or Team Japan. I think Joel Returnes would like that last one of his back if he could have made the tap. Really chance to score even perhaps a big end, but Team Japan relieved to score one, I'm sure.
Yeah, obviously, would have loved to have scored two, but there was really no option for him on his, no safe option for him on his last one.
Ma che non è male velocità, eh?
Sì, due. Vai,
Siamo qua.
So Italy here with the hammer in the third end. First hammer of the game. Japan throws their first one in the rings, and corner guard up by Team Italy.
And they seem a little bit more willing to mix it up here early. They're definitely trying to dictate play. Both teams would have had a game plan coming in. It's funny when you're 3-1 or you're 1-3. Seems the teams that have the wins usually tend to get a little bit more aggressive, a little more confident, and it's Team Japan maybe trying to simplify things just a touch, looking for that second win. And they're on that in-turn side going away in the third end. Well, in-turn for the right-handed curler, and definitely more movement than we've seen on the other side of the sheet.
That one over curling by almost an entire rock width. So opportunity here now for Mattia Giovanella. You can see pretty much that whole stone.
We'll see if the quiet weight hits also move here.
Trying to roll to the wings.
Roll. Okay. 1080.
Nice control weight.
Okay.
It seems so far, Mike, it seems pretty difficult to get an accurate hit and roll right now. So we've seen a lot on that outturn side or the counterclockwise side, so we'll see if they can get a hit and roll this way. We haven't seen any so far in the away end. Just popping over to sheet A, lots of rocks in play. Switzerland, United States, I think.
USA throwing yellow, and it looks like it can go red, yellow on the left side there for possibly two. Looks like that stone at the back of the forfeit, the red at the back of the forfeit, his third shot.
It is.
This is a shot for two for Team Schuster, Team USA.
Just have to move about 140 pounds of granite.
Clearly, they didn't like playing takeouts in the second end.
No, that's a very good point.
Need this to curl.
Looks like it's pretty lined up.
Oh, they got a good chunk of their own as well.
They did. I think it's one yellow.
That's close.
It is close.
Certainly the back yellow is out of play.
Yeah, we'll measure, I guess. Yeah.
Sounds like they're going to measure.
Just one?
It's a lot of rocks to clean up over there. Take a second.
Oh, really? Jesus. Yeah, it looks like yellow. Oh, it's not. Je pense assez large.
Looks like yellow from here, Mike. I'm not sure.
It's yellow. Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Never mind.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, there we go.
We're not measuring. We changed our mind.
We changed our mind.
It's
So
the
one
first
on the board for the
thing to
United
say,
States, so it's a 1-1 tie there after two.
I like listening in to Team de Cruz. Three of the players are from the French-speaking part of Switzerland, and Sven Mikkel, who plays third, is from the German part, and he doesn't speak great French, so quite often they communicate in English with each other. So trilingual team over there, but it was a good force at the end of the day for
I didn't
Team
even look. I
Switzerland.
think all but maybe one rock was in play, if I'm not mistaken. So back to our feature sheet here. Italy versus Japan. Looks like a great shot there
11:40.
by third Amos Mosaner. Nice roll to the wings and forces Japan to have to chase it here without hammer in this third end.
Yeah, the real key here is to make sure you stay. Don't allow a free come around for Team Italy.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Perfect. Stays at the back of the 8-foot.
You see, Joel was kind of looking for someone to help him as to whether or not he should keep going, trying to sweep that. It is a fairly high guard, too. So decision time here for Team Italy, Mike. They're debating whether to freeze, draw around their corner, or draw around the center guard.
I think all are good options. You just have to commit to one.
And I think he's going to hit is the option they've elected to play.
9:80. 9:30.
Amos Mosaner threw last stones for Italy for a while. And I'm only going to mention this once and not again, but his curling hero, his sports hero, is Kevin Martin. Hopefully Kevin's not watching.
I hope not.
He'll keep it our secret from now on, but he could have chosen worse, I suppose, than our broadcast colleague.
I have this feeling Kevin was listening to that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Here's a nice little roll.
Very nice.
Just opened up on the intern side.
12.
So Italy just throwing a nice soft hit here. Try and save their shooter. If they were ever to roll out, Japan will have an opportunity to go around their center guard.
12. 11:30. 11:07. 11:70. Clean. Wow. Clean. 12. Wow. 12. Hi. Hi.
Very nice touch from Mosaner,
11:80.
staying at the back of the rings.
Yuta Matsumura coming down to throw his first stone of the third end. Would really like to get a roll towards the center line. Bit of a different look from the other hack for him, being a left-hander, but still wide open. Right on the nose. Just having a look over on sheet B, Netherlands versus Korea. It looks like Korea may be sitting one. I can't tell if that one was shot.
Yeah, both these teams struggling so far.
Both teams looking for their first win of this 2021 championship.
Switch line. Switch line. Switch line. Switch line. Switch line, 리제.
It looks very close. It looks like that was a draw for two, Mike, and Korea put one on the board. Very, very close.
Well, down to Skip's final stones here. Chance now for Matsumura to roll buried. You know, and again, if I was him, I would maybe try to roll, if anything, overroll a little bit, expose a touch on the other side of that guard. On the straighter side would be make things a little more difficult for Joel. Obviously, the perfect roll is ideal. Shimizu trying to make this curl, trying to get the roll.
Could be very aggressive on this roll if they were tried on that, Mike, because they could roll either way, right? They could roll as far as they wanted to. Try and make this shot a little more difficult for Italy. But a chance here now for Joel to blank this third end. Just cleaning up some debris on the ice surface there as he makes his way down. Final stone here in the third end of play in the session 9. I believe Sunday evening.
And what day is it?
I think it's Sunday.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Happy Easter, that's right.
Yep.
To those of you celebrating.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Lean it. Lean it.
And no mistake there. So blank on the board. It still remains 1-0 Japan after 3.
Bush. Sorry. Do the bush. Super. そうだね。同じ作りか。俺の2本目さっき緩かったでしょちょっとね。
And here we go, fourth end, first stone on its way. Both teams have tried, Mike, by throwing that corner guard, trying to get some things going, but there's only been 1 point put on the board right now.
Yeah, we still haven't seen that multiple guard situation yet. So yes, they're throwing a guard, but being cautious, I guess, is the best way to put it. Both teams taking their time. You know, again, Japan one ahead. They don't need to take any chances.
That's true.
It'll be Italy who will need to take some initiative if they want to get some multiple guards in play. I can start here with a corner guard, though. I like this start.
È buona.
2.
Linea buona.
Meno.
Giù.
2.
Così.
My Italian is so good, I heard the word due. Mike, I'm not sure if I need to translate it for you, or are you okay?
Well, I was going to say with the last name Saligo, I'm hoping there's a little bit of understanding of the Italian language. Mine is very limited.
Nice solid 2 corner guard there, zone 2. Just to reiterate that zone, a lot of teams use that. So zones 1 to 3 between hogline and house, just so they have a better communication system for where the rocks will end up.
So 3 being closer to the rings and 1 being further out, almost just over the hog line.
So that rock from Japan just didn't quite curl enough to cover that stone in the top 4. So Italy's going to make a play on it and would love to roll behind their corner guard. Mattia so far 90% for this tournament. Trying to get it to curl just at the end there to save it.
Okay.
It's a bit of a missed opportunity for Team Italy. Those are the little chances that you get once in a while that you want to take advantage of. And sometimes you don't get many in a game.
True enough. And the worst part about that rolling out is that now you're going to give your opponents a free opportunity to use the center guard that's out there and get one buried.
Yes, Mosa Tanita having a pretty good tournament himself at 85%. What a great shot.
Yeah, excellent.
5.
Mike, Cinque, you got this. Come on.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on.
Yeah, my Italian's mostly pasta dishes.
And just
Zucchini Italian word? I'm not sure.
Just having a look at Germany and Team RCF. They're in their third end over on sheet D, 1-1 tie. Germany throwing his last stone.
Young Totzek, the skip, 21 years old. And
Nice job.
that's a blank the hard way, I think.
I think you're right. A lot of granite moving, puts a blank on the board, and will retain hammer going into 4.
Stein up.
Well, that freeze attempt by Retornaz on our feature game really hung out there, rubbed off the guard, and chance now for Team Japan to throw a third guard out front here. That stone top 4-foot. Time to
Do some cleanup.
clean up out front here, I would say.
Sebastiano Orman, 88% so far this week.
Well, that works.
That does work.
That's the good news. Got rid of shot stone. Bad news is there's still 3 guards out front for Team Japan to use. But, worth another look.
I think he was trying to double peel the guards, but never a bad thing when you catch the one that's sitting top 4.
Is that plan B, C?
Plan
maybe?
B, C. Yeah, I like that.
So, intern come around again. Is the call.
This is a great little opportunity for Japan now to get one fully buried, as you say, Mike, behind 3 guards without hammer here in 4.
Got a great line. Need it in front of the tee line.
I was just going to say, if nothing else in front of the tee line. That's a terrific shot.
Yeah, you could not have walked that down any better.
That is absolutely perfect.
Penso dobbiamo ancora giocare in centro.
Let's try that again.
Aprire. L'alternativa è proprio arrivare qua a freeze pieni. A me piace aprire.
I'm not sure freezing gives them any advantage right now.
The problem is that the tightest guard is the yellow one, so Japan could actually block the right-hand side as well with another guard if the freeze is made. And, Retornaz would really have to draw the side of the button. Time to clean things up, as you said.
There was a quick thought of just actually peeling the yellow guard and just having that port open, but I think I like this better.
This is the better upside.
You can get rid of 2 of those guards, you're in good shape.
A little steam on that one from Mosaner. So doubled the guards, but left the high red. He'll try to block the port. If they could replace that yellow guard exactly where it was would be ideal, but I think you need to go the other side of the sheet. There he is. Got there eventually. Yuta did.
Tetsuro curling 81% thus far. Looking for about a halfway guard. Check that one in the top 4.
I think anything blocking the port would do the trick. Just can't let this over curl. This one's moving. This needs to stop in a hurry.
It's really over curling, and I think it's going to leave the port. Smaller port, but not much smaller. I think it's there.
Room. There's definitely room there. And this side moves a bit more, so.
Some people would say you could drive a truck through there.
Better curlers than I would say that. That's for sure.
Ditto.
Yeah, it looks a little narrow, but there's lots of room.
Yeah, there is lots of room.
For players at this level. The question is just figuring out which weight they want to throw where they can make the roll to the right in behind those red guards. I think the best that Team Japan could hope for right now is they get through there and stay in the hole. They'd have a chance.
I think he called like a kind of a soft control.
Needs to move. That picked something up, some debris, I believe.
No, I think it actually hit the outside red one.
Did it tick?
It just rubbed that outside red guard. And fortunate enough, I believe, cut them both out.
Was relieved or unhappy?
If you watch this here, Mike, they were trying to get it to curl, but not soon enough, really. And it just hits the backside of that.
Picking something up. Some debris, I believe. Got the wee tick.
I think it actually hit the outside red one. It just rubbed that.
Have to pay more attention, clearly. Good eye there, Melissa.
Very fortunate break for Team Italy.
Well, they're certainly lucky that they did make contact with the one in the rings.
Absolutely. So still a great opportunity here for Japan now to get one buried again behind those guards. Again, don't want to come too deep here.
We saw Matsumura for the week at 80%, but I can tell you this morning he was lucky to be at 60, so his percentage would have come down significantly. So hoping to turn things around here in this evening's game. Very nice line here. We need to get this to finish. Doing a really nice job with this. Ideal.
Nice shot.
Some fantastic come-arounds here by Team Japan in the 4th. And I do like the fact that they forced Retornaz to play this straighter side of the sheet. So Joel's really gonna have to throw this one cleanly in order to get the movement he needs and have the perfect weight as well.
It's really important on this side of the sheet too, Mike, I think, not to jump it. You don't want to hold it out there too long if it's not curling as much as the other side. So you got to be very, very careful as a brusher not to get it on it too soon.
Backline.
So I understood that. Back line.
Back line. Yeah.
My Italian's getting better.
There you go. They can just skinny by those two guards. Joel looking to almost get to the nose of that yellow Japan stone and tap it back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This one's got a lot of curling to do right now.
Vamos, pronto. Aspetta,
I think it looks more is it back line, maybe a bit more than back line.
Looks heavy.
Yes.
Amos is trying to make this curl.
I think it's way too much weight.
It just won't take the curl. You know, basically every other sheet, when you do miss the guard by that amount, you can make it move. And this sheet, on that side of the sheet, we're not seeing that same result. So chance now actually to steal a couple if they can make a nice freeze here. And I think the key here for Team Japan is if once the line is good, then take it as deep as you can. So short is fine. And as soon as the line is good, you see the sweepers try to get right to the face of that yellow stone. The bad miss would be to be a little heavy and maybe leave a double for Roturnas to get out of trouble.
This is one of those situations where you get so excited if you can put this exact same shot, exact same spot. It's very difficult for Italy to be able to score. It's hard to, you can't really get there with the other side. So big shot here for Yuta Matsumura. As you said, Mike, the only thing you can't do is bounce off. Great communication. This looks like a very good shot.
It's got great line. And perfect weight.
What a terrific shot. Really great.
I don't know how Italy scores here. This straight side, there's probably 3, maybe 6 square inches he can draw to, a side of the forefoot, where he can be shot stone. This is very difficult. Certainly possible. Have to just miss that yellow that's in the forefoot circle and have it stop right on the tee line.
Right on the tee.
But there is, you know, not much room there at all to score. Well, pressure draw here for Joel.
This is the last stone, fourth end for Team Italy. Facing 2 on his last shot, Joel.
Linea ok, rama davanti. Linea buona. Puoi aspettare per linea, puoi aspettare per linea. Linea abbiamo spazio, spazio linea, spazio.
Sto arrivando.
Diarama. Go Ramos, go che perfetta. Go, almeno uno, go.
Oh, they pounded that the whole way, but it comes up about an inch short. It looks like 2 for Team Japan. A steal of 2 here in the fourth end, and Japan now taking a 3-0 lead after 4. Welcome back inside the Win Sport Arena,
Line's good.
where we are in end 5, Italy versus Japan.
Line's good.
This beautiful Sunday evening.
できるだけ近い方がいい。できるだけ近い方がいい。
Huge steal of 2, Mike, in that previous end.
Well, one key miss there from Joel Returnez on his first really set up an opportunity for Matsumura to take advantage, and threw a perfect freeze on his second. And you know, probably 8 great shots from Italy and a couple of misses, and Joel didn't have much there on his last. Probably the best he could have done was to cut Japan down to 1, but as I said, just couldn't get. The sweepers went end to end and just couldn't get it to the 4-foot circle. So change gears now for Italy. They kind of have to go all in. We talked a little bit about it in the 4th end, where there was fewer guards in play. I think you'll see Team Italy take a few more chances here in end number 5. Try to get on the board.
Yeah, definitely need to get on the board, and would love to get at least 2 on the board. Get back in this game. Be nice to be within 1 halfway through the game. Shinya Abe's first one just coming up short. He was actually called in the rings.
Yeah, that's never the intent when you're ahead by 3 to throw a guard for your opponent.
But follows up with a really good one here. Fully buried behind that tight center. This is a conversation that we had earlier in an earlier broadcast, is so many teams tend to throw those corner guards and then kind of forget about them. And Team Italy here now looking to go behind the corner guard they just threw, taking that play away from the center. It's kind of one of my pet peeves as a coach, is if you're going to throw it,
use it.
Use it.
Linea buona.
6, 6, 7.
Linea buona.
6, 6, 7.
No, no.
Buona 6.
Line's pretty good here. Question needs to
Giù un pelo. Sì, sì.
throw on the brakes here a little, but that'll do the trick.
Bel tiro.
Looks like it's almost come out the other side. But again, just being very careful on that piece of ice from the outside in. And looks like Japan deciding to go the other way, just freeze to it.
Clean release.
ラインはいいよ。助けかな。
Lots of rotation.
ラインgood. Screen.
It's a good thing in arenas to throw a little extra handle on it.
離れない。まだ離れないよ。
I'm sure the rock doesn't
まだ離れないよ。
over curl and swing the ice. That's a soft handle with only 1 or 2 rotations. Tends to really go sideways at the end in arena settings. So it's a common
Velocità 9.
number of rotations, usually 3+ rotations as the rock goes down the sheet.
And just heading over to sheet A in the 4th end there, Mike. Switzerland with a 2-1 lead over the United States. And they are sitting fully buried, just biting the button. And it looks like an angle raise for maybe 2 or 3.
And it's a lonely red in there for Team Switzerland, and no other way at this stone other than the raise.
This is John Schuster, his last rock here in 4. He's close. And
see what kind of damage gets done back here.
Come on, no way. 3 still? Okay.
2 for sure.
I don't know. I've had to measure like 5 rocks.
Still 3?
I think
It's good. Yeah. Well, for that, we're just trying to stick it. Like it was,
3
unfortunately, it was right.
3 it is.
3 it is. 3 on the board for United
really
States.
bad
What a
if that
great
rolled out
shot
and
by
got
John Schuster.
No, I know.
Back in our feature game here, Japan looking to peel this, the corner guard.
Yeah, they're line 2, and why not try to keep things a little simpler. I can tell you John Schuster in his win over Japan earlier today just played fantastically well. So he's continuing his fine play. Kind of reminds me of his run in Pyeongchang. You know, the first half of the week really just weren't doing much, but he got on a roll at the right time.
Just a quick update again, just looking, we were just at sheet A there on fifth end. United States with a 4-2 lead over Switzerland. 1-1 tie, Netherlands and Korea on sheet B. In our feature game, Japan with a 3-0 lead. And over on sheet D, a 1-1 tie, Germany and Team RCF.
Yeah, nice to see that young Team Germany hanging tough. They're playing a difficult opponent, the team from the Russian Curling Federation. Well, I'm kind of tempted to hit something red here with a 3-0 lead if I was Team Japan.
I think I'd have to agree with you, Mike. I don't know if there's any point in, especially because they have that biter at the back as well.
You could hit the biter at the back.
You could hit the biter at the back. You could try and peel that one out. Hit the corner guard. Or you could throw a center. Thoughts?
Well, I'm actually just watching Coach Bob Ursel kind of squirm in his seat as he's watching the discussion.
There's
there, he's
the
in the
face.
back. He's very interested as to what's going on here. There's, like I said, scoreboard for me is always the first factor when it comes to making a decision as a skip. You know, if I'm up 3, why am I leaving opponent stones in play? And, one of the features here at Winsport Arena is the athletes at the far end can look up to their right in this case and see the house at the far end. I love this feature. I'm sure the sweeper, you would have appreciated that back in the day, where you can see what's going on at the far end.
Oh, so good. It's a great way. You always see these athletes all looking up to the side here, to the right. Team Japan taking a while to make this decision. There's a really good look at it.
And, you know, when I used to skip, I used to watch around the other sheets. This is great for me, too. I could just see what's going on. And
yeah, you don't have
sheet A.
You don't have to get your neck kind of all weird.
That's
look
right.
over there. That's right. Just look up in one direction. So I think they may have decided now to... Well, maybe not. I totally agree with you, Mike, though. Just look at the scoreboard first. And that tells you to try and get rid of a red stone, even if it's that back red. Can't count if they're not there. It could be maybe just a little concern about the ice there. They're, you know, a little farther out, maybe not sure if it's how it's going to run, but
They played a number of shots here in the first end. No, this is that straighter side, and you don't even need to stay. Just make it go away.
No, exactly.
It's almost the same spot they played the blank in the first.
Tetsuro Shimizu's first stone and hits and rolls out. I think mission accomplished.
Well, it's 3 ahead. Let them decide what to do. Keep your shots simple. You miss that guard by a fraction, all of a sudden they make a thin double and they lie 3 on you, and you're not happy.
Rischiamo di arrivare qua e di lasciare la doppia.
Again, 3 down for Joel. I'd be tempted to kind of play around that corner guard. You could probably throw a little back line weight shot and have a couple in that'd be hard to remove.
Dopo ce l'abbiamo quella lì per giocarci. 11.
They've elected to hit and roll away from the corner guard side.
Yeah, the tricky one for Team Italy is going to be removing the other yellow stone in order to make these reds count. So, yeah, not a bad play here, but they're going to have to make a play
soon
on the other side of the sheet sooner than later.
Okay.
Might see a double attempted here. probably just rolling into lie 2 is fine as well. You know, Italy's only got 3 rocks to come.
Japan just wanting to be sure where this one ends up, but they don't set themselves up to have a double thrown against them. This one's really curling, Mike. I'm not sure, maybe a little light.
And that is the swingier side of the sheet, certainly. So,
yeah, very confused look there on Tetsuro Shimizu's face, just wondering what happened, but I think it was just a bit light, maybe.
Sulla nostra. No, no, casomai lento. Il tap, rischiamo di avere un angolo storto.
A costo di toccare la guardia e rollare dentro.
Joel looks, he likes the raise in the straight
Se
side.
vogliamo
It's the
giocare,
highest
possiamo giocare
upside.
questo. Quello va bene.
No, ma giochiamo diretto sul punto, no?
Non è facile interna. Amos, non è facile arrivare interno.
Lo so.
Se vogliamo giocare per aprircelo, solo questo possiamo giocarlo.
Il problema è che il boccia va prima e secondo dopo.
Qua stanno belle dritte, secondo me possiamo giocarlo anche. L'alternativa è giocarci già con un 11.
Ah, ok, perché ti piace?
Qua stanno belle dritte, secondo me l'11 lo puoi giocare.
Ok.
Quasi a prenderla un pelo così, rollare qua e questa andare qua.
2 terzi esterna.
Again, my Italian isn't very good, but Amos doesn't appear to be convinced
No,
this is the right.
not convinced at all.
But I think, you know, the theory is quite good. If you hit this just off nose, you could lie 3.
10 e
You're
mezzo.
trying to get them some separation where they don't leave a double, but honestly,
10 e mezzo.
2 would be a great result in this end.
He's not throwing a ton of weight, too. This one's actually over curled.
And rolled it a little bit more buried, so that's kind of an unforced error. And
He's not happy.
it's one of those things, you know, where indecision is usually, it's just hard to make a shot if you're not convinced.
It is, and so this is one of the few rocks we've seen that is actually curled there. But for the weight he threw, you're going to get a little bit of curl. And then the reaction of Amos, not happy. But I agree with you, Mike. Like, you want to make sure that you're convinced on the shot or you buy into the shot. Even if you don't agree with it, you have to buy into it before you throw it.
Bisogna rigiocarlo comunque. A me non ci lascia una doppia, ma...
Se lui fa stick, noi indoviniamo la raggio.
Well, Matsumura now needs to hit and stay. And this side's, it is moving a bit more than the other side of the sheet, so I expect to see a little more weight than Shimizu threw.
What makes that shot even more frustrating, not to belabor it, but is the fact that you had a miss out of Japan and not to take advantage of that, and that's what happened. So is there opportunity here now to throw the same shot? Joel's going to look at the run back, try and lie 2 behind the guard if he can nose it. The other option, of course, is the crosshouse double.
And I don't know that Joel can throw it as hard as his teammates can. I know Mozana really can throw, 5-second hog-to-hog hit. I'm not sure Joel has that in his arsenal. So, but nice thing is that it is directly lined up. So you hit this on the nose, you will lie 2 buried. Bad news is it's a hard shot.
It is. First of the skip stones here in the 5th end.
Whoa! Whoa! Vicino! Whoa! No, no. Clean! Yep! Whoa! Whoa! Clean!
It's on and off. He's got to be really close.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Close to excellent. It's still pretty good. Just had to run a hair, or had to curl a hair more,
Curl a
actually.
hair more, yep. So the double looks like it could be there for Matsumura, Team Japan. Such a good shot, like nice control weight. But like you say, Mike, just a hair more would have done it.
We haven't seen many hits inside out in this spot, so curling away from the center line. I suspect this will move. You'll have to throw some weight on this to keep it straight.
Whoa.
Getting the full treatment.
Whoa. Yes! Whoa! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Great shot.
Really well done.
What a nice shot. Loses the shooter, so this gives, there's another look at it. On and off, you like that as a brusher? Terrific shot. So blank opportunity here now for Team Italy in the fifth end. Tried to get some things going, and that great double by Team Japan puts Italy into this position.
Clean. Just clean. Just clean.
And there it is. So another blank on the board. Still 3-0 Japan after 5 ends of play. We'll be back after a break.
残せるけど、結構ね、しっかり。ただ、あれ、こっちのさ、曲がんないところの反対だからさ、もしね、曲がる側のパスになっちゃったら嫌だなと思ったから、別に。
Here we are in the second end. This is Matsumura's first stone, facing 2 in the back of the 4-foot Mike.
And this was a freeze attempt to actually come around to the top of the button, and this will end up shot stone in a very nice spot. And Joel Returnaz on his next tried to freeze, left Japan's shot zone, and they ended up throwing it away. In the fourth end, Matsumura made a beautiful come around on his first, and is going to make another one here and force Team Italy into an extremely difficult draw to score. But really well played end here by Japan in the fourth.
Yeah, and Italy was just unable to get it to the tee line. It was at the tee line and just unable to score. So
steal of 2 ended up. And, you know, look, finally Italy was going to get something going here in 5, and Matsumura had the answer.
Did he ever? What an incredible shot here. Makes the perfect double and forces Italy to have to go and try and blank, and they do. And so Team Japan still retains a 3-0 lead. Here's the scores so far. In session 9, United States with a 4-2 lead over Switzerland in 5, 1-1. Still 1-1 in the 6th end, Korea, Netherlands. Over on sheet D, it is also 1-1, Team RCF and Germany. And again, back to our feature game, 3-0 Japan with the lead over Italy.
Yeah. Okay. How's the energy? Good? Good. Okay. I'm still cheering for you guys.
You're kidding.
No, I haven't changed my mind. What?
Le occasioni vengono perché il numero 3 ogni tanto sbaglia una bocciata.
Abbiamo 3 hammer noi e 2 loro.
Tutto dentro. Tutto dentro, però dobbiamo mostrare un po' convinzione, non lasciarsi da cadere.
Bisogna adesso. Bisogna reagire.
Good. Io ci credo.
And just having a look at the statistics after 5, it's a pretty close overall total percentage. Mike, Japan just with a slight edge, 84 over 81 as team percentages. Not a big difference anywhere really, just maybe the hit percentages, but it's that big steal of 2 that stands out on the scoreboard right now.
Sta buona, è perfetta.
Giù. 6. Aspetta, linea. Aspetta.
Welcome back to the BK Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021. Our feature game tonight, Japan versus Italy. And stands out that steal of 2 in the 4th end for Japan. So they hold a 3-0 lead as we head into the 6th end of play.
Seems like everyone across the sheets have agreed to not score as many points tonight. Very low scoring.
Very low scoring
session.
games.
But really an ideal start for Japan. It's exactly what they needed after losing their game earlier today. You mentioned it early in the show, but you know, backs against the walls here, only 1-3 here after a couple of days play, and can't afford to lose many more. Certainly, they want to make the playoffs. Top 6, move on.
Mattia Wood having just a great game today, 95%. 91 for the week.
Sta rallentando. 3.
You're going to win a lot of games when you're lead playing that kind of, shooting that kind of number. So Team Japan with their first one just sneaks back T-line. Shinya Abe, 83% for today's game.
Yeah, a little lower than he would have liked. A couple of come rounds going deep, and we saw guard last end, which was supposed to be in the house. So, but certainly hasn't hurt his team yet so
No,
far.
absolutely not. So this one, he's just trying to get this one top 4. Corner guard was thrown by Team Italy. And we're going to see the double guards, Mike.
Yeah, double corner guard. I think, you know, Joel wants to score, but wants to score multiple points, obviously. Had a couple of opportunities in that 5th end to create an opportunity. Couldn't get it done.
Yeah, Team Italy really needs to try and find a way to score a deuce here at least to get back in this game. Only 5 ends remaining. Still lots of time. That guard curling quite a bit.
Getting hard to make that one count, isn't it?
Yasumasa Tanida, 85%. 85% for the tournament. Pretty consistent. Japan definitely playing well this game, showing some confidence. And very, very good at managing their stones and putting them in pretty great positions.
Well, like I said, even in their loss earlier today, the front 3 played very well, actually, and it was Yuta at skip who was outplayed by John Schuster. So was nice. I'm sure he's happy to have made a few key shots here in this game. Some great come arounds and a beautiful double last stand. Found his mojo again.
78% there by Sebastiano Armand. And
that works.
What a shot, a triple. Just hopping over to sheet A, Switzerland, United States. It looks like the United States are line 2, Mike.
Yeah, and there's, I don't see an easy way in there for
I really don't either.
Benoit Schwartz throwing the red stones. Trying to angle raise the yellow and make some sort of triple. It's close.
Oh, so close.
Trying to get both yellows moving, maybe a chance for 2, but big steal for John Schuster as they head to break. 5-2 ahead.
Back in our sheet, saw the triple made, the run back triple made.
And I like the call from Japan to try to double those corner guards off. Unfortunately, they spun one of them into the rings, but really no danger of anything more than 2 at this stage, and they really just need to make 1 double to get out of some difficulty. Joel understands that. Where do we go? He says.
As some teams will actually try and move that one that's top 12, maybe split them around just because of the way the position of it right now, but I kind of like them coming around the guard, as long as you don't set up that double.
What did you say earlier? If you're going to throw the corner guard,
use it. It's got a really nice corner up there.
They're going to throw one more center, which is also fine. Again, don't leave it in a spot where the double can be made and the shooter rolls away. So it has to be a decent guard.
This doesn't look light.
Molto vicino.
You don't want the dreaded corner freeze, leaving the easy double.
No.
Well, they're very close together, so it's going to require some speed here from Team Japan to make this double, but that shouldn't be a problem. And that corner guard's very high, so tough to make it count as well.
Fitzgerald going 73% so far this game.
He got the weight right. I don't know if he hit it thin enough.
So close.
Did not.
It's still in.
It's a really great opportunity now for Italy to get these stones 11 or 12 feet apart. Had hit this thinner, get a little more action on that top stone, it would have flown out quite easily, in fact, if he'd hit less than half.
As you say, Mike, the door is open now for Team Italy. Amos curling 73%. Came into this game at 86. Not his best game this week thus far. He's shown some bit of frustration as well.
Easy, easy, Rama, easy. Easy.
They don't need to put this one too deep, just
in the rings.
in the rings. Yeah, pretty much in the rings.
That's all they need.
Inizia. Se sta nei cerchi puoi iniziare.
Però no, qualche voce.
Giù.
Ok.
A lot of excitement for no real risk there. So that corner guard is so far over. I'm pretty sure Team Japan can see a good chunk of that stone. But again, 3 ahead. Do you need to make a play over here? Can you just hit and roll into the 8-foot?
I'm kind of with you on that, Mike. Just hit the open one right now, and if you roll in, Team Italy would have to make a decision, right? Whether to ignore it and go behind again. And I think Japan just worried that if they don't make a play on it, will Italy be setting themselves up for 3?
Right, so this is a shot to avoid the risk of giving up 3. Slightly more difficult shot, but they're doing a good job. You're going to roll into the back of the 8-foot.
It's a nice shot.
So really no chance for 3 points here now for Team Italy. And again, they just need to make the simple ones, make sure they stay. Don't set up any doubles.
Mosaner is looking for a nose hit.
Clean. 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 Do. Hard. Roll.
Shot.
I think if I was Team Japan, I'd hit and roll off this wide one, try to roll into the middle, and maybe have a double opportunity on your next.
Try and group the stones a little, just to...
You don't even need to try the double now. They're looking at the angle. They can just roll right into the top of the 4-foot and force Returnas into making some sort of roll himself. Looks like he's taking it on though. It's thin, quarter rock or so.
Yuta Matsumura with his first.
A little better this game.
A little better, 97%. What a game. That'll bring his overall numbers up for sure.
Hey! Hey! Oh! Hey! Yes! 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 Yes!
Good attempt.
For younger skips, the key in that shot is if you throw just a little less weight than that and you hit it too thick, you can save your shooter in the rings. So something to think about. Well, you're currently 97. I don't think you think you're going to miss. So I'll just throw the heat here and see what happens. It was a controlled type of weight, but still more weight than he could have thrown. Could have thrown a little less on that if he wanted.
Skip zones here for Joel Retornes. Pretty consistent as well, 78% for this game and 79% overall.
Yeah, Joel's done a good job of making the right shots so far this week.
14:30. 8, eh?
Trying to even this up, so get it to the same depth into the house, so just past the tee line. Leave no double.
Okay.
That is very flat. I don't know that there are many curlers out here who can throw it hard enough to make that double. Mosaner is one. I think of in Canadian curlers, I think of Kevin Cooey as another that could throw it hard enough, but it's a pretty short list.
It is. But it's a
worth a
chance.
try.
Yeah, absolutely. Might as well. Let's see how fast this one's moving. He's going to have to throw it pretty hard.
I expect this to be less than 6 seconds hog to hog.
Yep. Whoa. Yes, sir. Whoa.
Just got to curl a little more.
Close.
Oh, so close. Did you get the time?
I did, 6.3. So
6.3.
just had to throw a little harder.
Great attempt. So a draw for 2 here for Team Italy in the 6th end of play. Pretty much hit, just has to hit the 8-foot.
No, mission accomplished though for Team Italy. If you're down 3, if you take 2, give them 1, take 2, give them 1. You're going to be in a position to try to win the game in the 10th.
Last stone, 6th end. Looking for anywhere between about a 14 to 14.7, 14.8, somewhere in there. hog to hog. That's the time it takes for that rock to travel between the two hog lines.
And obviously the faster it goes, the less the time. 15.4, that's...
They're going to have to work to get that to the rings, and
probably won't get to the tee line with that speed, but well
nice
swept.
brushing.
2 red.
So 2 on the board for Team Italy. It is now Japan 3, Italy 2 after 6.
Fatti 2, Vai, sposta da me. 4-10 questa? 15.
All right. もう下手にかけてきてる気がする。Suited you?
7th end. If we can, if we have a chance for a blank this end, let's take it. I'm going to 8-1 up. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, good end, guys.
Ileri sta. La sbaglia. Solo uno? 2 più. 2, solo 2.
Linea buona. Possiamo
And
aspettare
here we
per
go
linea.
into the 7th end. First rock underway. Team Italy,
2 più 3.
Se mai Rama.
Mattia Giovanella.
Linea buona adesso, Giù.
Mike, that deuce was eluding
Giù ancora un po', Rama.
Team Italy for a long time, but they finally got one on the board.
Ok, bravo.
Yeah, and interesting for Team Japan now. They haven't had the hammer since the second end. So
Yeah.
it's been a while since they've had a chance to really try to score or dictate play. We were listening in during the break, and Bob Ursel was speaking with Utah and said if we do get an opportunity to blank, let's take it where they would be in a situation where they'll be 1 ahead with 2 hammers to 1 with 3 ends to go. So we'll watch to see if there is an opportunity for Japan to change gears.
Just heading over to the sheet next to us, Team RCF and Germany in a 1-1 tie right now. A lot of red stones.
Yeah, it was a quiet weight tap back here for Team Germany, and this just got a little bit wide. Totzek had the right theory, but you see how wide this is. He was actually playing a hit on the other stone, and it didn't roll over far enough. So that was a bad steal. Only 21 years old. You could have maybe thrown draw there, quiet weight tap back, but Team RCF gets the lead in that one as they head into the 7th end.
Back to the feature game here, Italy, Japan. Team Japan makes pretty much a perfect stone in behind the center guard, and Italy just trying to corner freeze to it, just bumps it a couple of inches, so there is some space there between those 2 stones.
And the trick here, of course, is we've talked about it through the whole game. They've gone to the straighter side of the sheet. So Shinyabe's changed from his first rock, which they played the in-turn. This looks pretty good. Great line.
What a great shot.
Want to get that out if they want to keep the blank alive. We couldn't have drawn that up any better.
Oh, that was just perfect. Well swept as well. So you see the line call on this. The sweepers are on and off it. Gets by the guard by a decent amount. And perfect weight just to push it out of the rings at the back. What a great shot.
You know, in their win, we watched earlier in the week, they were really good at those soft touch shots. So, and like I said, the team's been playing maybe better than the record, 1-3.
It's a good battle here today, Italy, Japan. 1 point difference.
This one's moving in nicely as well. Line 2, I suspect we'll see a peel here now.
I think so.
You know, when you have the lead like this and you have the hammer, just get rid of those front ones. And this is floating. Never a doubt.
Job done.
I was just going to say, you know, when you're lying a couple, you know eventually Team Italy's going to have to make a play on those stones in the 4-foot area. So, or you'll score multiple points. One of the two things will happen. So, good position now for Japan here in the 7th end. Set up by 2 great lead stones.
So Team Italy looking to replace the guard. Wait as long as they can before they have to make a play on those ones in the house.
Okay.
Do it, Mike. Do it.
2.
Attaboy. I knew you'd get it. It's a nice shot. And Japan wasting no time. They want to keep that front open. Simple game plan here for them. Up 1 with hammer, control.
Japan keeping it simple. The question is, when does Italy make the move into the rings? That's the decision. Probably this will be the last guard they throw, I would suspect.
I would think so. Third, second stone, maybe it's time to make a move.
Okay.
Guard replaced.
So, assuming this is made, what do you like here from Team Italy? Do you think they'll throw one more, or do you think they'll play the tap or a freeze or a...
Kind of looking at me even just, well, actually either. You could play the tap, just straight back. Maybe move that yellow one a foot or so.
Like that?
Yeah, just kind of like he drew it up.
He heard you.
Sì, l'alternativa ok era quello, prenderla piena e rollare qua.
Freeze fa schifo?
No. Secondo me se facciamo freeze lui può ancora bocciare pieno.
Ben, non è che c'è tanto luce qua.
Questo non mi dispiace, solo tap qua dietro.
Ok.
I think I like the tap here, Mike, versus the freeze on the one that's back button right now.
Joel's certainly pleading his case with his team.
He's done that a couple times this game. Not sure what weight he's called here.
It's like about back 8 foot weight. This again, this side is fairly straight.
Back line.
Back
line.
Back line. Staffa.
That's more than they wanted.
I think so. This is a long way to go. Now the plan B, they're going to try to go to the back one.
Disaster.
Yeah, that's really not a good outcome.
So the only good news is the shooter did hang around, so the blank's kind of off the table. The bad news is chance to lie 3 now for Team Japan.
Yeah, that wasn't the outcome that Amos was looking for sure.
He's definitely struggling in this game.
ポケットになっちゃう。
何本がいい 11?
あ、何かでもいいよ。11かバンパーかどっちかだと思う。
Just try to avoid the jam, save your shooter, and let Italy stew over the next decision.
11半、11。
Last of the third stones here in the 7th end. This looks good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey.
Triples there, I think.
Just heading over to sheet C, or sorry, sheet B, pardon me. Korea with a 2-1 lead over the Netherlands. Both teams looking for their first win of this 2021 championship.
Easy line.
Last stone here.
Tough shot to score here for Gozgan's looking got to draw the side of the button.
Meg, clean.
It's no fun when you're down one.
Hey, loud. Yep, come on.
Yeah, Korea line 2.
Yep. Hamilton na 2. Yep.
Trying to nudge that yellow a little.
What a shot.
Yep. One red.
What a beautiful shot by the Netherlands skip. 2-2 tie after 7.
Ja, goed dat we hard in ijs nou.
So back to our feature sheet here, Mike.
Yeah, the triple is definitely there.
I think, yeah.
Yep, just right where the broom is. Easily get rid of all 3 yellows.
This will be a big shot here for Joel.
Whoa.
This is the straight side.
Whoa.
He's got to curl a little. What a shot. That cleaned some things up.
And now the blank is on,
The blank
if you can
is
imagine.
alive. Yeah, believe it or not, the blank is alive.
This double is the exact shot that we'll have one more look at this triple. Made that look pretty easy. As triples go, it was pretty easy, but you still have to make it. Well done.
You can always say you made a triple, though, no matter what it was.
I
That was a
going
really
to
good
say,
shot.
yeah, this is the exact same spot that Matsumura made the double in the 5th end. So he'll know exactly what this does. That created the blank.
Great focus in those eyes.
Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
And perfectly executed. What a great shot.
They got their opportunity and no mistakes. Oh, Joel Roturna's trying to throw this in a tricky spot on the ice. Kidding, there aren't any tricky. There aren't any tricky spots out here. You just really a miss here for Matsumura would be a nose hit. But Joel knows his chances are gone here pretty much in end number 7. Good news is it looked like they're giving up 3 there for a minute.
No kidding. I think this is a blank is a decent outcome based on what they were looking at a couple of rocks ago.
T-line 8. Zalina, ma
Siamo per 8-9.
8. T-line.
Siamo per 8-9, linea buona.
8.
9. Linea molto buona, Rama può restare davanti. Linea perfetta.
8, 9.
14:40.
8.
14:40. 8, 9.
9. Buona 9. Ok.
All right, so the intern peel here is dead straight, as we know. As Yuta makes his way down to the hack.
And here we go, the last stone of the 7th end for Yuta Matsumura, looking for the blank.
Hey. Hey.
And make no mistake, Great shot. So the score remains Japan 3, Italy 2 after 7 ends of play.
Ok. Sì, perché... Guarda tutti, è buona. Solo passare.
Welcome back to the Winsport Arena in Calgary, Alberta. You are watching live coverage of the BKT Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021. My name is Melissa Saligo and I'm joined by Mike Harris, giving you live coverage of the game between Team Italy and Japan.
Been a very patient game by Team Japan so far. They really haven't taken any major risks, and a big steal of 2 in the fourth end. Really the difference so far in this one, Melissa.
It is that big steal, and you know, we've seen some rocks in play, both teams trying to get some things going, but nothing is really panning out very much. And at one point we thought maybe Japan had a chance for 3 in 7, and that triple by Joel Returnez, it cleaned things up, but it also made the blank alive, which is what Japan wanted in the first place, is they did want the blank.
Right, that was their game plan going into 7. So mission accomplished. And conversely here, I think if you're Team Japan, you'd really like to score here in 8, ideally more than 1. And get a couple points ahead with 1 hammer each. In theory, is a pretty good spot to be in. But Returnez throws the double center guard to mix things up a little. Good battle at lead here so far, Melissa.
Great numbers at lead. Team Italy Mattia just 3% ahead, 91 over 88. Very, very close. And those are the numbers that you want to see from your leads. Both of them playing super well. So looking for a tick here on the one that's closest to the rings, Mike. Just trying to open it up a little.
Say in the free guard zone, you cannot remove that stone from play. So even though that bumped that red stone into the rings, it's an excellent shot from
very good shot
from Shinyabe. Well done. Roll for a corner guard as well. I think the freeze was called here.
And there's the numbers for second position. Sebastiano at 79%. Yasumasa 82%. So again, very, very close in the second comparisons.
So this is a freeze being called.
Mike, to help you out, 4-5, that's 4-5.
Thanks, Melissa.
And quickly over to sheet D, Team RCF. That 2-1 lead over Germany. This is Team Germany playing an in-off of the one that's sitting way on the wide side here.
Sixten Totzek, the young skip, 21-year-old skip. Missed a pretty easy one in the sixth end.
He's close.
Come on.
Oh, what a shot. Still gets 2.
It was for 3. He's disappointed.
It was for 3.
Heck of a shot.
Great shot, Team Germany. 3-2 lead after 7.
Just don't leave him the easy ones. Just leave him these cross-ring doubles. Like this is the message.
So back at our feature sheet here, that Italian stone just finished, ending up in the top 12. So lying second and third.
Not a bad result for Returnaz. And again, the key here for Japan, don't give up a steal. You've worked hard these first 7 ends to get control of the game. You're 1 up with the hammer here in 8. I say even if you get forced to 1, you're going to be 2 up, and with both teams having 1 more chance with last rock. So keep it simple. Make sure you score. Don't take any unnecessary risks. And if you happen to get 2, great.
11, 10, centrale, come
So here's the scores across the arena today. 5-2 United States with a lead over Switzerland. 2-2 Korea, Netherlands, both teams looking for their first win. And we just saw that update on sheet D, Germany with a 3-2 lead over Team RCF. Exact same score on our sheet, 3-2 Japan over Italy.
We were discussing before the game, Melissa, that we really haven't seen any major upsets. You know, if Germany could hang on, that would be an upset based on record. You know, John Schuster and his team, they're 1 loss. Peter Cruz and his Swiss team are undefeated. So that would be a good win for the US.
Tanto variabili, se noi siamo anche un po' così, li lasciamo magari anche la tripla. A me non dispiace giocare, vedere cosa fa lui. Se noi facciamo questo, ci spostiamo qua, lui boccerà qualcosa. Se dovessimo forzarlo alla fine, proviamo a fare il blank e poi 2.
Era provare a cercare di rubare dopo. Era che ormai sono senza guardie.
Non è che siamo obbligati a rubare, cioè dovessimo fuori anche un blank alla fine, non è che fa...
Samar Booth, no? Da vedere che dici. Tutto quel che dici.
O questo, come dici tu.
Sì, però anche solo mettere la freeze, tanta roba.
Sì.
Piano. Elo non tira tanto, se la va in giusta linea, dopo ovvio sempre spaccata. No, va tutto, esatto. Vabbè, però non la puoi fare, cioè, se la per spaccare, se mi devono giocare, insomma, i tiri. Sì. Ovvio che dopo anche piena, come mi piace? Un tiro basta decidere.
Mi piace. Quale ti piace?
Mi piace Tep.
Tep?
We spoke a little bit about what Japan's goals are here, but you know, if you're Team Italy, you cannot afford to give up 2 here. So they're playing a tap freeze, but another option would certainly be to bump that yellow right out of play and do it that way. But it looks like they're playing a quiet weight tap on the front red. We'll see what how much weight they have, but you know, I wouldn't be wanting to leave too many yellows hanging around if I was them.
Yeah, one of the discussion points there was just to tap freeze it rather than tap freeze, or tap bump it. And I kind of agree with you, Mike. It's still a little bit early in the end, but you don't want to leave too many of your opponent's stones lying around this late in the game.
Tap freeze is good, I think. That's a good option. I don't like them bumping it back and leaving it in play. This looks pretty good.
It does look good.
They just kind of underswept it a bit. So the double is there. 2 reds will go around that yellow.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they weren't quite on that one enough, but
can hit this right on the nose and miss that back yellow. Probably have to hit a touch on the center line side, but good chance now for Japan to clean up the middle. Turn that over. Got to hold it. Yeah, not a good throw there.
no, not a good throw at all. And you can see that Matsumura was actually trying plan B to try and get that red one on the side as well. And you can just see, you can see right at, you saw it right out of his hand, Mike, that he just turned it as he let it go.
Se li angoliamo così. Sempre velocità
So
T-line.
another attempt here. Freeze tap, I think again they called. Or, sorry, tap freeze.
8. 8.
A little more weight. That's 8, 8, 9. Huh?
Hey, look at you. Got your Italian dictionary out over there, I think.
Google Translate's a wonderful thing.
With that extra weight, you can see it's just not curling enough. Actually ended up getting the freeze, but
It's not bad. I think you can still hit half of that red. You see Mozaner trailing the battle at third, just slightly, but he's had a couple of big misses, the timely misses that have cost his team points. Mozaner has.
he has, yes. He's also showed, you know, some frustration. He's been in a lot of debates with his skip right now, trying what the calls are. So, big shot here for Team Japan. As we head over to a live shot over on sheet A, United States with a 3-point lead over Switzerland.
So you're playing across the face tap on that red stone to try to chip the US stone off the top of the button.
So last stone here for Swiss skip. That's not a big port.
Look at this.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Heck of a shot for
What
two.
a shot. Big 2 on the board and big smiles.
He's the human highlight reel, Benoit Schwartz is. He's such a good player. You know, let's watch this again.
What an incredible shot.
You know, Swiss curling fans, this is going back, but in Pyeongchang, he made a very similar shot in the tiebreaker against Great Britain and end up winning a bronze medal. But you know, Benoit Schwartz, just a gifted curler. Makes shot after shot. Didn't he make a quadruple takeout in the end previous? Of course, we didn't have the highlight because it was his first one. There's no, just resulted in a blank end. But what a player.
Yes, I totally agree. Amazing.
5. Velocità buona, 5. Linea buona. 5.
So this is Amos's second stone here in the 8th end.
5, velocità buona. Linea buona. Molto buona per Fritz.
Lily currently lies 2nd and 3rd. Trying to get to the face of that red stone, lock it on.
If you can get the angle
Just slight
properly,
angle, yep.
and that is ideal.
That is perfect.
Team Japan at this stage of the end has to remember what the goal is. Make sure you score. You know, if you can figure out a way to hit that cleanly across the top, but you know, just a very dangerous situation right now for Japan. Ideally hitting the back one and losing your stone on the button wouldn't be the end of the world either. You see that yellow biter over there in the wings? Theoretically, that could come into play if they could make some sort of double. But as I said, they've worked very hard to get into this position of control. Don't get too cute with this one and end up leaving red lying a couple. Yeah, trying to hit a quarter of this top one.
Not throwing a ton of weight here, Mike.
No, I don't mind that. That's okay.
Yeah, just trying to move things around.
Got to get the angle right and hit that top one very thinly. It should curl. There it goes. Excellent shot. Get the red out.
Want to get it out? No doubt.
You know, again, that Yellowstone is shot rock, so at some point, Returnaz is going to have to make a move. If he does it now, then you can blast on your first one, and you're going to have a pretty easy shot to score your one. If he freezes, which is the braver shot, and the angles aren't quite right, you might have a chance to score more than one. So see how much risk Returnaz is willing to take. I'm tempted to hit if I'm Joel. Slide 3.
Sì, però se noi questa la portiamo qua. E resta ancora angolo storto. Credo dobbiamo andarci adesso, Restare più a freeze possibile, più dritti possibile. Se vogliamo far tap, vuol dire che dobbiamo quasi spostarla fuori dal forfoot per essere shot.
Freeze ancora fa schifo?
No, è che lui il forfoot ce l'ha.
Dici che fa guardia?
Gioca la guardia, per esempio.
Rischia,
Come fai se ti gioca la guardia?
Mini run.
For Joel, there's no need to rush to get shot stone here. His red is in a great position, and it's really hard for Japan to score more than one at this point. They'll bring in coach Claudio Pescia.
Non credo che vada tanto a freeze secondo me lui. No, a guardia se siamo a freeze.
He'll get about 30 seconds of travel time to make his way down and discuss options.
Freeze no, abbiamo anche abbastanza margine, vuol dire anche lo dovessimo spingere un po', cioè, abbiamo un buon angolo, non è la fine del mondo.
Claudio, the long walk down to the other end. Once he gets there, it's 60 seconds timeout. Each team getting one 60-second timeout. We'll have a listen in and hear what he has to offer.
No, è che se ti togli solo questa e fa la doppia qua, poi non è che hai tanto.
Vabbè, se sei a freeze però questa la perde. Se siamo a freeze.
Sì.
Credo che dobbiamo rischiarlo. Al freeze ancora una volta. Se bocci gli diamo il force. Il force non è ideale, penso, nell'ottavo
end. Non è la fine del mondo ancora. Cioè, non è che
dobbiamo... No, non è la fine del mondo, però. Sì.
Secondo te se facciamo freeze lui farà una guardia poi?
Non credo che la
C'è il rischio che fa la guardia, sì.
Però un filo noi di questa ce l'abbiamo anche.
Ok.
Se fa la guardia vicina, abbiamo anche il mini run.
Io al suo posto farei la guardia se fate il freeze, però il freeze l'avete appena giocato, lo mettete lì, è una buona situazione per rubare.
Sì, no, ti dico, l'importante è l'angolo, abbiamo anche margine anche se la spingiamo un po'.
Sì, ok. Sì, no, freeze, 405,
Catch any of that?
I'm pretty sure that Claudio wants him to freeze, but Amos wasn't sure about that either. He was thinking about maybe moving that yellow stone. So I'm not sure what they've finally elected to do. I think they're going to freeze.
Yeah, based on the ice indication, it seems like a freeze. I like the freeze.
I do too.
So like that red stone is in such a good position right now at the top of the forefoot. They can be patient, wait one more. If they make the freeze and they leave Japan shot stone, what does Japan play? You know, make your opponents play the tough shot. Love the freeze here.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, Mike, about patience, right? And this is one of those all-important times to just be patient and let Japan figure out what they're going to do. Just want this ever so slightly on the high side.
Yeah, right where it was, ideal. This looks good.
Great shot.
Nice. Tanta roba, non fa mica tante guardie così. Guarda, meglio così, Sì.
俺らあのままだったらフル4でドローは1点取る。これこっちは。
And Samara looking at the possibility of getting rid of those two stones in the forefoot area and rolling a shooter into this red catcher in the foreground here. You can see a little bit more of that red stone in the forefoot than he could on his first one. And they're going to call a timeout and see what Coach Bob Yersel has to say.
ここいたらさ、もうさ、俺らこっちの4フットで1点打たれるよね。
ここの赤の上でってことでしょ。
いや、俺こっち見せたからダメだと思うんだけど、これで転んでこれもしうまく下げられた方が投げにくくない最後。結構最後のかかってるからやってくると思うんだけどな。
What are your thoughts here,
こっちは
guys?
簡単でしょ。こっちは。
What are you thinking? Try that. Leave that one there.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Well, maybe
You've got your drop path, right? Depending on where he puts it, but. Your other option maybe is to go over there, to draw there. That's another option. It's a little risky, but draw over there, back 8 foot, back there. No, farther over.
Yeah?
Yeah. Could go there. That's another option. For him to make this, he's got to play pretty much on this one, right? So, and that's squirting out. I like either one, Yuta. What do you feel comfortable with?
Timeout is over. They really haven't come to a decision,
They
have
haven't, no. You can just see Matsumura not fully sure what he wants to play here. He's been looking at that same shot. He's indicated about 5-6 times, Mike.
You tap it enough times, it'll eventually get.
He really wants to play that shot, and you see the times there. Japan with just under 8 minutes left to play.
That's enough to get through 2 ends, but the thing is, if he makes the play on the top one, similar to what they just tried, and they can roll over and save the shooter. If Returnas makes a play on shot stone, there'll be 2 reds very close together, and you might have a double for 3, perhaps. So I think the key here is if you throw quiet weight, try to save your shooter somewhere, and you might have a shot for a big end. You want to remain shot stone after this rock comes to rest, though. I think that's part of the challenge.
I would agree, and I also like what you said there about the, just the easy weight, and if you could ever roll and outcount that red one, even on the side 12, that would be crucial as well. It's a big shot here for Yuta Matsumura, his first stone here in this pivotal 8th end.
Close. Overswept it, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just overswept, actually.
Yeah, it needed to curl about another inch.
Another message for young curlers: listen to the person in the house, not the person throwing. Generally is a good advice. But well played game by both players here. Difficulty now for Japan is if Joel can get near the nose here and stay frozen. If the double is attempted by Matsumura, the shooter's going to roll out of play, and that back red on the left-hand side will count. So if Returnas can make his shooter stay somewhere where near the nose, Matsumura's going to have to play a draw to the 4-foot against 3.
That's never fun.
No, not when you're up 1 with. But it all goes back to the option of leaving those stones in the 4-foot. They could have blasted out of earlier and kept the 4-foot open, and they've chosen to mess around a little bit here. So opportunity for Returnas to hit this near the nose. Stay frozen.
This one's getting to the line really fast here, Mike. Good brush. Really great brush.
Yeah, and the double's there with big weight, but it's not easy to stay with big weight.
No.
So the question, it's just a comfort shot. They can hit this on the nose, certainly, and get shot stone with the Matsumura's out turn. But if you hit this a little too high on the right-hand side as we're looking at it, that top red's going to work its way into the pile on the left, and not only steal a 1 in play if the shooter rolls out, but perhaps even steal a 2. So high pressure shot here. So it's just a question of how you like to solve your problems. I like to draw, so I would be playing the draw, and obviously Matsumura likes the hit, so he's hitting. But you see where that top red's going to go. It's probably going to stay.
So here we go. It's the last stone of the 8th end for Team Japan. Big shot here for Matsumura.
Whoa! Stay!
This one's got some heat on it.
This is not going to curl either. What a wonderful shot.
Wow, what a shot.
Stayed right there. To make that stay right on the nose with that weight under that pressure was something else.
Great shot by Yuta. You watch this one coming down. All on his own, right on the nose. With all that weight, got the spin. And one on the board for Team Japan. 4-2 lead after 8.
It's not bad if you get a chance to force, right? If even to take a bit of a risk, even a little bit of a gamble, it's not bad, right?
And here's the first stone of the 9th end by Shinya Abe. Team Japan with that incredible shot in the 8th end. Yuta Matsumura getting his team out of a little bit of trouble. That was a really hard shot, Mike, and just talking in the break. Not a shot you and I would have taken on.
Oh, no. I'd draw the forfeit there for... well, I try to draw the forfeit there. But again, it's just a question of comfort, you know, and obviously Matsumura liked the call. I just got too much scar tissue for missing those stubbles, Melissa, so I'll always throw the draw. But a wonderful, wonderful result, and you know, 2 up playing 9 in the break. Speaking with Coach Bob, and you know, he said force would be great. You know, even if you take a bit of a chance and happen to give up 2, you have the hammer coming home, so that would be okay. But they're definitely not going to mix it up too much. Bring another one in the rings here, and they're comfortable. You know, it's funny in some games if it's a, you know, it's a 9-8 game when 2s are plentiful. You tend to mix it up, knowing, oh, okay, if I have the hammer, I'll have my chance coming home. But in a really low-scoring game like this, when you haven't given up 2 points yet, I kind of like staying the conservative route. It's worked so far.
Yeah, and you did hear Bob say, you know, you might want to try a little gamble, but you know, I kind of agree. Just maybe a safe gamble, whatever that means. And there we go, Team RCF down 1 against Team Germany over on sheet D.
Yeah, the young German team playing tough here. This is an angle raise
really
attempt. Looks like it's for a couple. Going hard to try to make the little angle. And that wrecks out front, and will he spin some? No, he will not. And it's going to be a steal of 1 for Germany, so looking for their first win against a team with only 1 loss. That's a good start here. Well, 8th end, up 2.
And then over to sheet A, where the United States have a 1-point lead over Team Swiss.
And John Schuster trying to tap this red back. Can't see much of this.
Can't. Last stone here for John.
Close. Close. Yep.
Can't really see much of it at all, Mike. Wow, great brush. And it looks like 2 on the board for Team United States take a 7-forward lead over Switzerland after 8.
John Schuster just super confident right now. You know, up 1, playing 8 with the hammer. We just talked about it. Make sure you score. That was a risky shot and gets the full reward with 2 points.
So back on our feature sheet here, Italy electing to throw these split corners, 1 on each side. Japan throws the tight center, 2 in the rings.
Good shot, moving around. The key to that shot, you know, when you're down a couple, is making sure you save your shooter. So mission accomplished there for Team Italy. And now Japan's going to start to play some peels, try to get rid of. Angle's pretty good there, I think, to try to get rid of the 2 outside guards with some weight.
Yes. Yes. Hi. Yes.
Pretty good attempt.
Sta 10, back. Backline.
Ok. Gira belli, no?
Backline.
Time is a little bit of an issue with both of these teams. You know, Italy's down to around 4 minutes of thinking time to play almost 2 full ends. And they're down. They're going to have some tough decisions to make.
You're right, and both teams, as we've seen in the 8th, then used their timeouts, so there's no timeouts remaining in this game. It's a really good shot there by Team Italy.
We'll go back to our philosophy of strategy. You know, you're ahead.
Ahead by 2 this time.
If you peel the guard, what's going to happen? You know, that's kind of the way I see this one, so I don't love this call.
Yeah, the other way I look at it too, Mike, is what is the danger zone, right, or the danger rock right now? And for Japan, it's that center guard. Even though it's center and you're maybe trying to steal, I don't think you want to leave it there. Even if you peel the corner, peel something.
How about throwing another guard? Is that a good play? Probably not when you're ahead by 2. So, game on here in end number 9. I just think of Joel thinking, you need to get moving.
Linea buona. 5, 6. 5, 6, linea buona. 6.
The line's good and the weight's good. Am I hearing that correctly? I think that's what I'm hearing.
5, 6, spazio.
No, easy.
Alta, dobbiamo restare alti, Mattia, solo qua.
So it looks about top 4 weight. Maybe T. Just needs to finish. Nice shot. That's a really good position. I'm not sure it's buried at all.
Hard to remove it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Boy. This is the best result, running the yellow one into the one that's buried. But I think you're into it now. Yeah, the peel would have been the prudent play on the last one.
It's a good look at the time, the back there.
I'm still tempted to run that yellow in there. Like, why not? And even if you don't make contact with anything, the red one on the left side is open. And you might have a hit on your next, but you're 2 ahead.
Well, and this is where you got to take a little bit of a chance now, Mike, because as you say, you're in it. So take the chance, run your own stone in there.
Both teams are so good at this shot these days. You need this run back in your repertoire. So Shimizu's got some pressure on this one. He'll be close.
He's close. Great shot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know,
It is good.
It's got rid of the one that's buried. The other red is open.
Yeah, and there's a lot of yellows piling up in there. That was a really good shot. Now that one, you see that one that Joel's just about to freeze to. It is back button, but then it kind of eliminates your scoring area if you freeze to it. You want to get 2 here if you can.
Well, I hate to say it, but you know, the danger of for Team Japan has gone down from giving up a potential 3 or 4 under. It's going to be hard for Italy to get 3 now, but certainly 2 is definitely in the mix. Japan was in all kinds of trouble there.
They really were.
And just again, not really looking at the scoreboard with their call. Great shot. Red is 3rd shot there. That's what Team Japan's looking at right now. And again, no easy hit available. Wow. Looking at tapping that red to the right and rolling the shooter in very quietly. That's the more difficult hit.
So both teams really taking their time to think this through, Mike, and not a lot of time left for each team. We're just at 3 minutes there now for Team Japan. Still have another hole, and they really do.
Yeah, need to make a decision quickly.
Their time is of the essence here.
I always just used to look at the clock and make sure I had more than the opposition. So in this end, it's been going back and forth as to who has more time left. The decision for Joel Return is going to be pretty easy. If they play this hit through the hole, Joel's going to play the free. So Joel won't take much time on his next choice.
First stone for Team Japan here in the 9th end. 2-point lead.
Just doesn't want to jam anything or leave more reds in the rings. And actually stayed to lie 2. That was a fantastic shot.
He really did.
I think Returnas has to freeze here still. You know, he's looking at the hit, but what a great result.
Good call, good brush, good throw.
Didn't think he could actually stay there
no,
and not
that's
jam
huge.
it.
Wow.
Excellent shot. Returnas going to play the hit and roll into the top of the 4-foot. If you're your Team Japan, you're just hoping he rolls somewhere where you can hit it. If it rolls top 4 and you cannot play a takeout, you know you're going to be shot stone, but it'll be a lonely shot stone in there at the back of the button.
Key for Team Italy too. They made that decision very quickly. Save a little bit of time. You can see the time now. Each team within 10 seconds.
Pretty nice shot.
You can just see all of it.
I don't think he can hit it thick enough where he can send it directly onto his own yellow. Just has to make sure he gets rid of one of the reds here. To throw a guard or a freeze. Yeah, freeze isn't bad. This is the dilemma when you're wasting time. And I say wasting, but when you're thinking a lot early in the game, they're going to be throwing. They're going to have about 1.5 minutes.
Wow.
To throw 8 rocks next end. It can be done.
It can be. Just as that little layer of pressure that you really don't need.
The problem is it's not the first 6 stones, it's the 2 skip stones where it takes time for you to get down the other end. You'll see, likely we'll see Matsumura have to stay at the far end. Make sure you get a second shot here, or third shot. That's the key here.
Well, that worked.
That's pretty good. You know, you're going to leave a shot for 3 here. There's going to be an angle raise double for 3, or a thin double, red, yellow, yellow.
Yeah, you can see Utah just wondering if that's good or not good, but it is pretty good. It makes, I think it's good too. It's a very difficult shot here for Italy.
There's the shot. Mosaner just drew it out. He hit about a quarter of that red on the right, kind of around the horn, and maybe the shooter gets caught.
Un quarto con la fine per questo? Sì.
Again, Italy low on time as well.
They're just dropping below 2 minutes as well. It'll be a sprint to the finish.
I was just going to say, yeah, literally.
Well,
Joel's got to make a decision here too.
Well, if this isn't made, it'll be handshakes, so that'll be okay. But 140 and counting.
Però con tipo ti piace 10?
No, non va via quella là sulla T9.
Ok. Rasor, fine, un quarto.
He's not in a hurry.
Piuttosto un po' buffina che massa piena.
Sì.
Sì, tiro, un quarto.
So trying to hit it very thin, off kind of around the horn, and see if the shooter gets caught over in the wings there for 3.
Really important here to get at least 2. Last stone, 9th end, Team Italy. Very difficult shot here, but it is there. And he missed it, so it's a steal of 1 for Team Japan. And it is a 5-2 lead after 9 ends of play.
Okay, draw.
La tendenza sbagliata. Che non era male. La giranga questa però.
Sì, l'ebbe anche del problema. Dai meglio, vedo da che. Atto vedo da che, lei meglio. Dai, ho完璧.
And here we go. You are watching the 10th end of the BK Tires and OK Tire World Men's Curling Championship 2021 at the Wynn Sport Arena. It's been a battle here between Italy and Japan. Big steal there in the 9th end though, Mike. Could have been a tie ball game, but it was a 3-point swing. And now it's 5-2 Japan over Italy.
Yeah, and the real story now, there's, you know, each team is down to under a minute and a half left to throw 8 stones, make their decisions, and get things underway. So you won't see much hesitation for any of these decisions. In fact, Rock just comes to rest, and only a couple of seconds clicks off the clock for Shinyabe. And the challenge is really for the athlete is that you're running to get into position, so you need to then calm down in the hack and not start overthrowing stones. But it's going to be easier for Japan with a 3-point lead than it will be for Italy.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's just a little bit more comfort knowing that you've got that 3-point lead. As soon as the Japan clears the house, you'll see Italy throw their rock.
Same thing, only a couple seconds off the clock.
Still just over a minute left to throw 6 more rocks. Or think about 6 more rocks.
2 meno. Da lì. Giù un filo, semmai.
Just so we're having a look at the United States-Switzerland.
Okay.
United States currently with a 3-point lead, but it looks like there's a shot here for Switzerland, Mike, for maybe 3 or 4.
4 or 5 potentially.
4 or
Outturn
5.
tap. Quiet weight bump. John Schuster's last appeared to pick up some debris. It's that rock that's in the short of the rings there on the right of the center line. But Benoit, uncharacteristic miss, trying to chip this in for the 3rd point and will not get there. So USA dodges a bullet there.
Wow, do they ever.
Only give up 2, and they'll have the hammer going into 10.
In order to sheet D, where Team RCF taking on Germany. RCF down 2, but looks like they're line 2. So last stone here for Team RCF.
Yeah, draw for 3. Team Germany said hanging very tough, and this one's still looking for their first win against a talented team representing the Russian Curling Federation. And Glukov has been excellent all week.
He really has, and he makes no mistake there. And puts 3 more on the board. 5-4, Team RCF lead over Germany after 9. And back to our feature game here. Team Japan rocks are piling up there in the center.
Ancora un po' forte, 8. 8, 9.
Yeah, nice thing for Matsumura is he's just going to start hitting anything red at this point. This is a little heavy, trying to play the freeze into the pocket. Don't want to move it far enough where they can remove the red, and that moved it too far. That's a pretty easy shot for Japan to hit that one out.
Can also catch his back one there too, which
yeah, wouldn't mind that.
He wouldn't mind that at all. This was coming very, very quickly. Say that's sub 5.
Nice shot.
That was a tremendous shot.
So it looks like a freeze into the pocket is the call here. I think if I was, we're going to talk what's going to happen next because decisions are being made quickly. But if the freeze is made, I suspect you'll see Matsumura peel the corner guard.
This one's not light, Mike.
They've changed
Gears here. Maybe tick and roll behind the guard.
That's a little bit what we were speaking about when you're rushed. They're firing out of the hack too, a little too hard. So that stone is open. So they've thrown. Team Japan has thrown 6 stones and only burned up 20 seconds on the clock here. So that's the good news. And they said they're 3 up. And Returnez has to make a play in the middle now in order to get that side one to count.
Great job by both teams, though, to play hurry curling.
Used to play a fun bomb field when I was a junior that you had to throw before the other team's rock stopped. So the play kept going quickly. You'd play an 8-end game in about an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
It was great to just react instinctively is what it was for. Really good for strategy and good exercise, but nice freeze there. Peel the corner guard. That is the call here. And we'll just see what happens with Tornes if he can do some damage up the middle.
He's going to have to move some of those yellow stones. And what a shot.
That worked out great. Better than expected, I think.
Fantastic shot.
Not sure that was the one they drew up, but it'll work. Joel's just going to play the tap freeze. I'm not sure If you were Team Japan, you were really going to want to look carefully at the angles to see if it's possible, even possible for Italy to score 3.
Well, I would have thought that maybe Italy would want to have moved something.
I don't think there's any way to jam that top stone, so they'll just throw a hit. So.
I agree.
Well, it's got to be some sort of record here. They played 8 stones, and it'll end up being in about 35 seconds of thinking time.
That is unbelievable. I can't believe how fast that was.
Great performance, though, by Team Japan here. I thought nice bounce back. They needed this win. And they draw Italy back to 2 losses as well. So excellent performance by Team Japan, moving up to 2 and 3.
Good luck.
Nice. Nice. 出てきてとりあえずイエスかけてみよう。
We're now going to head over to sheet A, and we'll catch the end here of the Switzerland-United States game. And there's the score for you. 7-6 United States with the lead over Switzerland.
S'il rate le double, peut-être. Genre, si on est un tiers caché.
On lui fait ça.
Ouais, ouais. Mais s'il le fait pas, après on peut être dans le 4 pieds.
Non, non, mais moi je crois qu'on vient T-line.
Ok, d'accord. Ok. Ça ne change pas grand-chose, je pense.
And you see that rock that's just sitting.
Sven, je t'ai eu 15-4 là, si jamais la deuxième.
In the ring there on the side 8 foot, that was just jammed on a peel attempt. So USA with hammer here in 10, up 1. Switzerland needs to steal.
Ligne un poil tight. Ouais. On est obligé.
Benoit Schwartz with his first.
Un peu trop, je pense.
Que Sven, juste Sven, par Sven, par Sven. Faut que ça passe. Ouais. Oui, par. Oui. Oh, ça passe, ça passe. Oh, oh, oh. Laisse-la, laisse-la.
Non, non, il faut.
C'est bon, c'est bon.
Okay.
Bien mêlé.
Ouais, c'est vrai qu'un petit peu peut-être.
Great shot by Benoit there. So John Schuster's going to look to run this back.
Because I don't really care about those rocks. Yep.
Worst case scenario, just he would love to catch one as it goes by here, but if he gets a straight peel, that's okay too. He has a whole 4 foot to draw if he needs to.
It's actually a little bit on the high side of nose, so.
38-year-old John Schuster, Olympic gold medalist.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Yep, hard. Whoa.
And what a shot. Run back double. What a fantastic shot.
Say, I showed you the line. You did show me the line.
So for Switzerland, here's another look at that shot.
Si on est ici, on est complètement ouvert, hein, d'accord?
Ouais, ouais, on est ouvert.
Genre
Makes
ça,
no mistake,
exactement
so-
là, c'est trop facile, hein?
Je crois, ouais. Est-ce que c'est plus facile que ça à nose? Pas vraiment, hein. C'est un peu pareil. Tu vois, je veux dire? Hein?
Je connais parfait ça.
Ouais. Bah, si on est exactement là, on est shot et il voit genre une moitié.
Ah ouais, c'est bien aussi. Les deux sont bien. C'est un peu plus facile ça.
Je pense que ça revient vraiment au même, mais.
Ouais. C'est un poil plus facile ça.
Ouais.
C'est un poil plus dur ça pour lui.
Si on est exactement là, peut-être c'est un tiers ouvert.
Exact, on fait ça.
Ouais. Puis, bon,
bien.
il connaît cette ligne, mais j'ai l'impression que ça va être tellement facile. Que...
See the Swiss team's clock there, 20 seconds left.
Ouais.
So they called the timeout just to buy themselves some time. Not a lot of great options here for Switzerland. They thought about coming around the opposition Yellowstone there, that's top 8, but it would be a short run for Schuster in the US. So they elected to try and draw to the side forefoot. Just maybe get it partially buried.
Le plus loin possible, shot.
Fini, ouais.
Mais après ça, je crois que c'est trop vite. Mais... Oui, yep, si tu peux. Pas tellement. OK. Yeah. Ça change pas grand-chose.
I'm not sure. I don't think it matters anyway. They're not going to concede, so John's going to have to throw at it.
You want to get the rock, Matt? No, whatever. I got 14-8 on that, so this line's quick.
You can see the Swiss coaches cleaning up.
Okay.
I guess they think it's over, but
John?
Yeah, that's good broom.
looks like John's just going to throw a freeze
I
tap
14-8, so.
to that back one that was just thrown by Swiss.
I can see the whole rock, Chris. Let's just hit it.
Kind of weight?
I didn't realize I could see the whole thing. Peel, I don't care. A little less. Peel, I need less. There you go.
So last stone here for John Schuster, USA, looking for a win over currently undefeated Team Switzerland.
Good game, man. It was a lot of fun. You made some hell of shots.
And there it is.
Game bell.
Great game. One on the board for Team USA.
Game, son. Good luck, man. Game.
Final score, 8-6.
All right.
Okay.
And USA now gives Team Switzerland their first loss of the championship.
Big day. Now we got to get some sleep. Right back all the morning. Yeah. Hi, Luke. Hi, Logan. Hi, Sarah. Love you guys.
And just looking back at the 8th end, lots of pressure by Italy on Team Japan. But Matsumura with this very difficult double, and not only a double, but manages to save his shooter and put one on the board. That's a huge point in the 8th end to keep himself 2 points ahead. In the 9th end here, Team Italy, an opportunity to get 2 back, maybe even 3. But the rock just overcurls just ever so slightly, and they actually end up giving up a steal of 1. So Team Japan now takes a 3-point lead heading into the 10th end. And this is Matsumura's final stone of the 10th. Just needs to make one of these red stones go away. And he makes no mistake. Team Japan for the win against Team Italy, bringing them back into the pack.
Good game. Good luck. Good game. Good luck.
So there's your scores for session 9 games. United States with a win 8-6 over Switzerland. Korea takes their first win of the championship, 5-4 of the Netherlands. We saw our game 5-2 Japan over Italy. And Team RCF 6-4 over the winless Team Germany. And having a look at the standings now, only one team remaining undefeated, Team Norway at 5-0. You got 5 teams there with 1 loss: Canada, RCF, Scotland, Switzerland, and US. Couple teams at 2 losses. And still there's 3 teams with not a win yet at this championship.
Congratulations on an important win against Team Italy. Jutta, I think after the loss this morning, it was important to come back strong. What was the difference in this game compared to the morning draw against USA?
イタリア戦はどう変わったか。
まずは LSD で高校取れたっていうこと、そこに集中できてスタートできたってことはすごく良かったかな。
We won the LSD and got a hammer in the first end. That made a big difference to us.
Well, now that you've got your second win on the board, what do you need to improve maybe moving forward to move your way up the standings?
2勝目したけど、ここから上に順位上げていくために何必要か。
ドローウェイトとラインコール、スイーピングの使い方。
We have to improve our draw weight and the line calls.
Well, that was a much better performance. I saw a lot of nice draws by you. Congratulations on your second win, and good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.
1個上の世代になりますね。
Ancora un po'.